Okay, so I got a few like stories that I've been meaning to tell you guys, but I haven't really made it into an official video, so this is gonna be like our first storytime video. I'll probably make this into like a playlist and do a bunch of storytime videos whenever I feel like it. So on to the first story. So me and Nick live on the same block, right? And he's on like a side, well, he's on like the corner, and he puts his basketball on the side of the block. So me and him are just playing basketball on the street, and the car like is like driving by, and we go to the curb, right? Like not the curb, but like right before the curb. And he's beeping at us, and I'm like, he giving like hand motions, like while laughing to go around. And then he pulls up to the side of us and is like, "Do you think this is funny?" And we're like, "No." But like, what I wanted to do in my head, I'm sure Nick would have joined in, was, "No, I don't want any candy." Just scream that as loud as I can to make sure everyone hears that, and just watch him drive off in fear. Just hear like the skirting of the tires. But yeah, it's just like stupid. If you have so much room, and it's not like a small street, no, it's like a two-way street, so you could go around. And we're like telling him too, but he's like, oh, like he's thinking he doesn't have any room apparently, and I'm just confused because like, how can people be this stupid? We're 12 years old. Just go around. You don't have to pull up and be like, oh, do you think this is funny? You guys are gonna get hit by a car or something. Like, what? But these are gonna be like really quick stories, so that's the end of the first story. So this next one takes place about a few weeks ago. Me and Nick are at this roller rink up at my mom's house, and I would say about 130 feet wide. Wooden floors, you know, and it's like an oval shape. And you guys all have to go like counterclockwise, I think, yeah, counterclockwise, and you know, there's some situations where you go clockwise. They like do like a reverse game, but right now we're just going clockwise, and me and Nick are like, you know, going as fast as we can, because like a lot of people are really slow there. So me and Nick are just like going around, and this little girl goes like straightly, like horizontally, just straight across it out of nowhere, because she just came out of the entrances. There's like two entrances, and she just came out of one, like without paying attention. Nick almost trucks this little girl. He has to slide to he slides to stop him from trucking her. I mean, she still falls, but like he slid tack. I don't know. Well, he slide tackled her, and her face was priceless, dude. It's like not even funny. And then later on, like a few days later, I think, me and Nick are at the same place, and this little boy comes in front of me, and I literally almost truck him. I'm going like full speed like Nick was, and so I like turn sideways, and like my fingers kind of like hook his shoulder, and like it spins him around kind of and throws him off balance, so then he falls. But like I could have sent him 5 feet, and then I like crashed into the wall. But like, and these kids aren't like 3 or 4 now, they're like 6 and 7, some even 8, and it's like funny to me because like, it's not that difficult just to follow the rules, or like your parents will teach you. But no, it's just, the only thing that I'm honestly gonna like truck some kid, and I will laugh as hard as I can. And everyone's gonna be giving me there's like 40 people are usually there, and everyone's gonna be giving me like a super weird look, like you just trucked a kid, and you're laughing while he's crying on the floor, and I'd be like, yeah. You cannot stop me. So this video takes place yesterday, which was Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving of 2019. For whenever you're watching this video. And so my baby cousin Kayla, I'm sure I've talked about her. She's 4 years old, right? So me and her, we have a pool table downstairs, and we're having a Thanksgiving party. So me and her are like playing with the pool balls. Like she would take them out and like, you know, roll them into the holes. She was having fun. She was laughing. And then Bryce, Jaden, and Brianna, who were hanging out. I was like hanging out with Kayla and the babies. And then Bryce, Jaden, and Brianna, Jaden and Brianna are like my family. Not really. They're kind of related to me, but not by blood. And they come down because they're at our party, and they just absolutely take away everything from her. And they're not even playing a real pool game. They're just whipping the balls back and forth. And in my opinion, it's like, what? And then she starts crying because like they just took everything from her, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? She's like, oh, we actually want to play a game of pool. And they weren't playing a game of pool. They were just throwing balls back and forth. And then the second an adult comes down because Kayla's screeching, they start playing pool. And then I'm like, oh, okay. But it's stupid. And then so on our pool table, when a ball goes in the hole, it goes to like this place. Then you have to like pull this lever to bring the balls into like the open area. So Kayla wants to do that, right? And then Kayla's by it. She's like trying to no, she's like trying to do it, and it's like, and they do it for her. When she starts crying and saying she wants to do it, then they do it for her again. Then she keeps crying. Then they do it for her again. And I'm like, guys, she obviously just wants to do it, let her do it. And they're like, oh, she was guarding it. And I'm like, she's 4 years old. Just let her do it. Like, it's literally a 5-second process that she can do, but they decide to move her out of the way and do it for her. So then, like, literally, I go upstairs and Kayla's like screeching, and like, now since she's screeching, they're about to go home, like the babies. And then Bryce comes upstairs after like 2 minutes of playing pool. Then they're done playing pool, and I'm like, so you really just took away from her, make a 4-year-old cry for 30 minutes. Not 30 minutes, but like, it was like, I know what time's off. And then they just come upstairs and like they're done. And I'm like, seriously? Like, how do you sleep at night knowing you just made a 4-year-old cry for 30 minutes? Like, and then also, we have a fish tank, and like it's Kevin's fish tank, my mom's boyfriend, and you know, he's got some cool stuff in there. He's got like a starfish and everything, and you know those magnet things, like you put a magnet on one side and you put a magnet like inside the tank, and it's usually like clean the tank. Yeah, the starfish is like on the glass, and Bryce freaking like whacks the starfish off, and that can honestly kill it. Those things are like super delicate. A lot of fish are super delicate. So he literally whacked, like, I wasn't there, but Jaden told me, and he like whacked it off, and I'm like, what are you? And then like Jaden told me, I'm like, Bryce, just don't do that. You can look at the fish, don't play with the magnet thing, and whack a starfish off that could literally kill it, or give it freaking brain damage, like you. And it's like, bro. And then I tell my cousin yells at him. But, and then it's like, he's like such a little brat, and he's so disrespectful. They all are. And it's just, like, she's 4 years old. Like, baby Jimbo was already asleep, but, like, he came down, and he was playing pool, too. Like, they were playing, and then they took it away from her again. I'm like, jeez. What evil souls. When Kayla was about to leave, I go up to her. She's like crying. I'm like, it's okay. They're monsters. I know. They're monsters. And then I'm like patting her head. Yeah, that's story 3. On to the next. So I forgot to mention the part in the story when it was before like everything happened. Like they were just like whipping balls back and forth, like with their hand. They were just like rolling them back and forth. And that can honestly really hurt. So like, and then Kayla was like doing the same thing, but like wasn't whipping them. So it was like she wants to play. So like, you know, she's like trying to play. It's not like a tall pool table, so like she can still like see everything. So she's like trying to roll them back, like roll them. And then one of them, she like Brianna pretty much whips it, rolls a pool ball across the table, and it like nails her finger, and then she starts screeching. That's like when she started screeching. And like when she calmed down, they wouldn't let her pull the lever, and so on and so forth. But I just figured I had to mention that because that's kind of, well, that was an important detail. I know, what a creative title. No. Okay, so this is like 2 more stories about this Bryce. Okay, so Bryce, my grandma lives right down the street from my house, and Bryce was over there, and my grandpa has like a garden, and my grandma's like, okay, you can make some money if you like pull some weeds from this garden. Bryce goes and pulls 3 weeds and asks for $10, and my grandpa's like, no, you pulled like 3 weeds. And he literally like argued about it and wanted $10 for pulling just a few weeds. And it's like, he thinks that he works a lot. No, he just stays home and plays video games. Okay, next. So, the Thanksgiving party that we had yesterday, that was in the last story. He didn't even want to come, you know, to see his family on a day that you get once a year. No, he'd rather stay home and play video games or play with Legos, whatever he wanted to do. He wouldn't want to see his baby cousins, his entire family. No, he'd rather stay home. And it's like, what? Okay, more stories about how he's so disrespectful. So, my cousin Haley has this friend named Sarah, right? And sometimes, like, they'll walk home together, and they'll, like, go to my grandma's house and talk to her for a while. And I'll be down there sometimes. Cause like I go visit a lot, like a good grandchild should. Bryce. So and Bryce is there like sometimes, and he will literally call Haley's friend fat straight to her face. He'll like go tell his mom that my cousin Haley's legs are hairy, and I'm like, what? Like Haley was telling me this, and it's like, I mean I knew he called Sarah fat. No, that's not right, but like still, like what? So it just really bothers me how much of a brat he is. Alright, well I think that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Gaboosh.